Or Hunter.
Alrighty, good afternoon here. Welcome to the B-Side Boys live stream of the Eau Claire Orcs and the West Des Moines Wombats. We are here calling this game from Hidden Valley Soccer Complex here in West Des Moines, Iowa. Should be a good matchup here. The weather's nice, the sun came out. We're ready to play some rugby. So starting lineups here, we'll get kicked off at 3 p.m. So I'll go over starting lineups real quick. So for the Eau Claire Orcs, I have some nicknames of some of these boys here. So I'll go off of their nicknames. So we have number 1 at prop, Cowboy. Number 2, Big Cat. Number 3, Siegs. At lock, we have Big O and Nasty Nate. We have your flankers there for Eau Claire Orcs, Josiah Senior, and then your big 8-man Stinky. At your backs for Eau Claire Orc, we have A. Johnson at scrummy. We have Joe Ski at fly half, Pippin at your wing, number 11. At your center, we have 12. Skipper is your captain of the day for the Eau Claire Orcs, will be your number 12. And then 13, you have Just Matthias. 14, your other wing is Rufus. And then your 15 in the back is Slammy. And starting for your West Des Moines Wombats, we have number 1, Victor Wong. Number 2, your B-side boy himself, Philly V. And number 3, your main B-side boy, Ryan Gray. So in your second row, we have number 4, Tom Corbett. Number 5, Devin Fishback. At your flankers, we have 6, Ethan Sharp. Number 7, Alex Schmitz, a.k.a. Schmitty. Number 8, your Remo Robinson. And then at your backs, we have number 9, Joey Pychik. Number 10, Julian Hall, a.k.a. Juju, is your captain for the day for the West Des Moines Wombats. Number 11, at wing, you have Truck Wim. Number 12, you have DeAndre Moore. 13, Aaron Crawl, a.k.a. Cheeto. Number 14, Andrew Allen. And then last but not least, the man, the myth himself, Mr. Lucas Pally at fullback. So we should have a day, boys. Today I am hosting. My name is Sam Hendricks here on Play-by-Play, and I have the Robles twins here for your color commentating. How's it going?
Good.
Good.
Just got done with some of the sevens game.
Yeah,
Northwest Missouri versus Iowa Selects.
Absolutely. These boys just played a few Selects games. So tell us, before this game starts, tell us a little bit about how those went for you guys.
Northwest Missouri was doing pretty well against this Iowa Select side. Our first game was U16, and it was kind of scattered for a bit. But as soon as we hopped into those U18 Selects games, we were playing our game, and we won our first one, lost our second one.
Awesome. Yeah, it was. So you guys played Northwest Missouri, not Selects, correct?
Yes, we played for Northwest Missouri. In that first U16 game, Northwest Missouri lost. Second one, U18 versus U18, we beat Iowa Selects by a try. And then another U16 game, and we finished off with a loss against the U18.
Yeah, a lot of action-packed rugby there. A lot of good talent coming up in the pipeline for the youth here. But today we're ready for kickoff for the men's club of the Eau Claire Orcs versus your West Des Moines Wombats. So when that ref blows his whistle, we will start the clock. And the kickoff is underway. So it looks like West Des Moines is kicking off. Eau Claire Orcs will receive at the beginning here. We have a quick crash ball there to their forward pack for Eau Claire. The bounce attempt tackle there. A little offload. We have a dummy switch pop from Eau Claire Orcs there. We had a guy crashing in, and he went behind him there. Good effort for the Wombats there on defense. A fake by Eau Claire Orcs. Gets a few meters there. Looks like a crash ball to the forwards there in Eau Claire Orcs. They're just doing a lot of bang-bangs here to try to close in the Wombats and to create space for their backs. Looks like a whistle is called. We have a knock on from Eau Claire Orcs. It'll be scrum to the Wombats here. We have Debo, the famous Debo here calling the plays at center reffing. Again, we have a nice big 8-on-8 scrum here. As you can see, the Wombats are lined up pretty staggered there, spaced well, and the Eau Claire Orcs are lined up ready to attack. And that's an 8-man pick there for Urema Robinson. He gets a nice few meters there. We have DeAndre Moore rucking over. Nice run by Lucas Pally. He dumps it to Truck Win. Joey Pychik with the dish there out of the ruck. Gives it to Juju off to your B-side boy Ryan Gray. The ruck is set. Juju dishes it to Victor Wong. Loose head prop, and he powers his way through to about the 3-meter mark. Juju kicks it out. He takes it up, offloads to Cheeto, and Cheeto scores for a try there.
Good pass work.
Good run, Truck.
What did you boys see there that kind of helped them get that try?
Just constant movement, getting to the ruck fast. And,
Yeah, especially
and getting the ball out fast.
Yeah,
Especially having that 9 there immediately. They did a lot of draw and pass, which worked definitely in their favor.
yeah, a lot of side-to-side movement, and that yeah, absolutely. That's what you want. You want to go from side to side, just keep working that ball from one end to the other and keep it going. That was beautiful work by beautiful work by the forwards. Crash ball there, and it opened that back line there to give them some room. So yeah, absolutely.
Yes, sir. Those crash balls with the pods ended up making a lot of gaps. Had the defenders drawn into the ruck, leaving those gaps over, and that overload on the edge.
100%. The kick is no good by Julian Hall there. So we have Wombats 5, Eau Claire Orcs 0.
My bad, I got paid.
Sometimes it's easier if I can hold it, but it doesn't matter. Big you guys involved here. Yeah, there you go.
The Eau Claire Orcs will go for a high-ish 10 kick.
DeAndre Moore receives a kickoff there, offloads it to Ryan Gray. Oh, wait, no, that's Devin Fish back there, that nice crash ball. DeAndre Moore kicks it to Cheeto. Cheeto uses his fast feet to get around the guys, jukes him, offloads it to Ryan Gray. Ryan Gray with a nice offload. Joey Pychik to Juju Hall. Devin Fishback with the catch. Offloads it to Lucas Pally. Lucas Pally back to Urema Robinson. Good crash ball. Good run by Urema. And we have a try by the Wombats there. Victor Wong with the put down there.
A lot of bully ball being played with those offloads and pops.
Exactly. Well put. That was a lot of just them just running it down, straight up and down, not running side to side.
Yep.
They grab the ball and their first step is forward, running at their shoulder, not trying to avoid them. They're running straight at them. So
Yep.
It was a very, very good team effort again. So there's a lot of big runs by your forwards there, giving that opportunity for the backs.
Good job, Vic.
Thanks, guys. Thanks, dude.
So we have kick is up.
Kick is no good.
Kick is no good for Julian Hall there. So we have Wombats 10, your Eau Claire Orcs 0.
No, because you're...
Some colorful commentary there from in the background noise from your lock, Devin Fishback. But he had a great run that set up that play, that set up that try. Receive kickoff there for Ethan Sharp. He's driving his feet. He's not wanting to go down. Finally goes down. Ruck is set by
Penalty
Ryan Gray.
Wombats.
Yep. Penalty to the Wombats. DeAndre Moore taps and goes.
What was it called, sir?
Doesn't look like Eau Claire Orcs was back enough, so they weren't back
Offsides.
10. So, yep. Looks like they were not back 10 yet, and DeAndre Moore took advantage of that and pushed at them. So it's another penalty for the Wombats. You have your B-side boy, Philly V, pushing it up there. Good offload from Ryan Gray to Victor Wong. Another offload. A couple offloads. But then we have a knock on from the Wombats there, so it's going to be scrum to the Eau Claire Orcs. Sometimes 15s is slower, but this is a pretty fast-paced game. This is pretty high impact. There's a lot of things going that there's.
It's looking like a 7s game.
Yeah, exactly. So that's these. If they keep it up, these boys are going to be tired. We're only 8 minutes into the first half there. You know, if you just came from the 7s games, this is 15 on 15, so it's going to be a full 80 match. So it's 40-minute halves there, nonstop. You have a beautiful scrum here, scrum center. So whenever you see, if it's like something like this, then just kind of zoom in on the scrum, and then once it's out, just kind of zoom out a little bit, so you can kind of see what that scrum looks like.
Okay. This is so fun.
I know, right? It's fun sitting back. I mean, I wish I was playing out there. I do play for the West Des Moines Wombats, but I'm on the injury reserve right now with a little ankle injury, but we'll get back in there.
It's a scrum to the Eau Claire Orcs.
So good hook there by the Eau Claire hooker there. Way to get it back right away. And the Orcs boot it up for a little pooch. Truck win catches, fakes him out, stiff arms him, but he goes out of bounds there. That was a very hard, tough run by Truck win there.
Mine now Eau Claire.
If you guys feel the speaker, I'm gonna fucking kill you. I just paid for it. Up high, boys! Bring us back! Up high! Where's DeAndre at? He didn't text me back earlier.
We have a line-out win for the Wombats. Originally for the Eau Claire Orcs, but the Wombats stole it there.
Spin move by DeAndre Moore. Huge run.
Massive run for DeAndre Moore there, putting them in the Orcs territory. Juju catches it, offloads it to Andrew Allen there, your wing. Very good ruck for the Wombats there. That was very disadvantaged, but the Wombats kind of stayed with the power there. So we have a big run by Victor Wong there when there was a little bit of a sloppy pass. Victor Wong picked it up, and he is not stopping. Nobody can take him down. Joey Pychek gets it to Juju. Good run by Juju just to set it up. Now they're going to bring it right for a crash ball. Just kidding. Joey took it. Another offload. Offload all the way to Ethan Sharp. DeAndre Moore gets it.
Offload.
Gives it to Lucas Pally. Lucas Pally bullies his way in there, but the ball is lost. The Eau Claire Orcs receive it, and they kick it back into Wombats territory there. Andrew Allen receives it. Ball is loose. It is out. Free ball there. But we have the whistle blown. We have a penalty on the Wombats. Eau Claire Orcs tap and go here. So Lucas Pally receives that kick. Oh, and he gives a nice pass to Urema Robinson. Urema Robinson is off to the races. Nobody can take him down. We have a good pick and go. Little bucket pass. Oh, but we have obstruction there for the Wombats. That was a very good attempt for the Wombats there. Good run by Urema, good pick and go by Truck, but it just went into an obstruction there. Kick out there for a line out.
Mark taken at Eau Claire's 22. For the line out. Oh, 40. Sorry. That's their 22.
It's kind of cutting in and out a little bit. We'll see if we can try to fix that. If you're seeing any connection issues, that might be on us. If the audio's cutting in and out, but we'll try our hardest to fix it here. We have another line out to Eau Claire Orcs. Let's see if the Wombats can steal this one again. We have just a quick front lift, but it goes to the Eau Claire Orcs. Your B-side boy Ryan Gray is trying to steal that, but attempt has failed. It's still the Eau Claire Orcs' ball there. Good tackle there. By who is that? Detar, Joshua Detar there.
Kicked into the Wombats back line.
You have Leon Lang there as your kind of your winger there. Score recovery. Good ruck by the Wombats there. Way to just push them off, secure that ruck, control possession. That is a penalty on the Eau Claire Orcs. Just a little bit too high of a tackle there for the ref's comfort, but Juju taps and goes, takes him off advantage, and he is going. Little offload there to Urema. Good ruck. Victor dishes it, gives it to Ryan Gray. Ryan Gray with a nice crash ball. Slows the pace down. Your scrum half, Kai Johnson, is there now in the game.
You're actually making sure it goes where it needs to go. That's good. You don't have to do anything. It doesn't matter whether it's in the garage, your backyard, front yard. All you have to do is point.
Good pass to Kai, to Juju, to DeAndre Moore. Stiffs arms him to push him off. Leon gets the ball.
Choose adventure. You can choose a
But we have an offsides to Eau Claire Orcs. It would be Wombats ball here. Penalty.
The Mazda CX-50 Hybrid lets you go far.
Speaker malfunction.
But we have a scrum here to the Eau Claire Orcs. Yep. See what happened there? Why there was a scrum set?
I think passing the ball off that tap and go.
Okay.
They
Was it just like a knock?
too short.
Okay.
Dropped it.
Yep.
You dropped it forward and it bounced back.
Yep.
Big scrum by the Wombats.
Yeah, great contest by the Wombats there. Did not let up.
Solid
And now-
backline play from one of the Eau Claire Orcs.
100%. They're kind of passing that ball, get it out quick to the edge. kind of getting the Wombats off foot there, making them having to turn their hips and kind of face open field rather than squaring up, because you have that advantage going forward. We have a quick crash ball to the forwards out of that ruck there for Eau Claire. Another pick and go. Looks like there is a massive mismatch there on the left side here. They're gonna get out to their backs. A little bit of a 4-on-3. We have a great tackle by
Hunter Bagby.
Yeah, Hunter Bagby, yes. Good call there.
Freshman at Iowa Central. Penalty is called for the Wombats.
Looks like we have an obstruction there. Obstruction on the Eau Claire Orcs, so we will have a penalty for the Wombats.
Tap and go by B-side boy Phil Svechka.
We have a good ruck set over Philly V there. Good crash ball to the forward. Tom
Ryan
Corbett,
Gray.
your lock. A little chip and chase there by Juju, but Eau Claire Orcs fumble a little bit, but they do recover it. It is Eau Claire Orcs ball there in their territory. They are trying their hardest to get it out of their territory there. They're just going to do a couple crash balls, draw on the forwards. We have the Wombats are holding up the Eau Claire Orcs, refusing to let them go down. They're holding them up. It is Wombats ball there. They were able to contest it and hold them up there for longer than 10 seconds, which allows the Wombats to take possession here. We're going to have a scrum for the Wombats. Just a little bit. Yeah, thank you. I liked it. Like, you can keep it going just a little bit down. Just turn it a little bit down. But no, we're good here. Looks like you're like we have a substitution. We have Noah Quinn for Urema at 8-man there. Debo doesn't like what he sees there in the scrum, so he's calling it off. We also do have Tristan there coming from Iowa Central. Proud Valley alumni there coming in the wing or center position. Center, yep.
Yep. David too, right? Yep.
Great scrum by the Wombats contesting them. Juju gets the ball, goes weak side, gives it to Andrew Allen, but center ref calls it back, and he calls a, I believe, forward pass. Yep, forward pass. Will be a scrum to Eau Claire. Just those simple mistakes that they just need a limit. So what for Eau Claire, what do they need to do in order to get into their territory and have them score? What do they need to do here off of the scrum?
Yeah, spread, especially the first two tries that the Wombats have scored is off that defensive spacing. The Orcs are getting kind of bunched up at some points in the ruck, in the rucks, leading to those quick pop and offload tries.
Absolutely.
A little more spacing.
Making the Wombats easier to defend, but they're gonna exactly like that, kick it to their territory to try to get it out of their side. Leon Lang there as a fullback trying to get that ball secured. Ruck is set. They're trying to slow it down, slow their pace. Eau Claire's kind of shooting up a little bit early there.
Hard run by Noah Quinn.
Absolutely.
Ball kicked away by Juju.
Good chip and chase. Oh, off of his.
To the
off of his-
50.
yeah. That was a great chase by Kylan Johnson there, but just a little too hard off his chest. Wasn't able to get his hands on it there, but good effort and good chase down by Kai. So we'll have another scrum to the Eau Claire Orcs there in Wombat territory. My apologies, Eau Claire territory. They are about on the 45, about 45 meter.
Good contest by the Wombats in the scrum.
Absolutely.
Very dominant.
Making that presence known in the Wombat scrum there to let them know that they're not going to stand down.
Yep, and that dominant scrum led to them getting the ball back.
Yep, absolutely.
On Eau Claire's 40.
Great crash ball by Tom Corbett there, your lock. Great catch. Good offload there. We have Tristan going off to the races. Yep, stiff arms him, and he will get into the try zone.
He will center
and pinpoint it there right on to the little bit left of the try post there. Give a nice little kick for Juju. So that is another 5 points there for the Wombats. That was a really good play by the Wombats, getting it out to the edge, using, just a crash ball here, a crash ball there, kicking it out to your edge, making those other teams bunch up to give it, to open it for your backs. Looks like that conversion try is good, so that is another 2 points there. So you have
Wombats 17, Eau Claire Orcs 0. And there it is 23 minutes into the first half.
little bit over half there of the first half. So we have about another 17 minutes to go.
Is that a Coke on 3?
Huh?
Is that a Coke?
A cook? Yep. We have a cook there that came in for, I believe, prop.
Also former Iowa Central.
I believe came in for Victor Wong there. Yep, another Iowa Central boy, former Valley boy as well.
Off the kickoff, Eau Claire tries a restart kick. And returning it.
They get it back there. Kind of a little bit of a frantic move there by the Wombats to just try to get it out of the Eau Claire Orcs' hands and failed to do so. So Eau Claire gets it back there off the kickoff. Eau Claire Orcs playing a little turtle ball here. Yeah, just kind of going those short little meters, trying to bunch up the Wombats forwards there to just spread it out for their backs. And they skip past to their center there outside to the edge. The crash ball from the Eau Claire Oaks hooker, not going down yet. Good attempt there by the hooker, probably about 5 to 10 meters there after touch. So very good effort there by Eau Claire's hooker to not go down. So we believe we do have a penalty. We do have a high tackle on the Wombats, so it'll be Eau Claire Orcs Eau Claire Orcs penalty here. We do have a try for the Eau Claire Orcs.
Penalty try.
Penalty try?
Yep.
No, I think he's kicking. Nope, I think it's just a regular. I think it's just a try there. Just a normal try. So we'll just we'll get that on the scoreboard here real quick. Just press that 5. Yep. Perfect.
Can I get the minutes at 10 or what?
Is there a bathroom?
Kick is no good. Conversion kick is no good by the Eau Claire Orcs there. So we have the score, your West Des Moines Wombats 17 to the Eau Claire Orcs 5. It just keeps happening here. Might be a little stiffer now, but it'd probably be better than it being loose. So we have Juju kicking it on the kickoff there. Kind of pins it back to that back right, but allows Eau Claire Orcs to catch it, go into a ruck, and they're setting up their offense right now. Little crash ball to their lock there. He bounces off a tackler there. Nice little run, but fails to offload, but they do recover it. So we have advantage. Nope, no advantage. Ref's arm was up, but no advantage was called. It is still Eau Claire Orcs ball. They are fighting. They're pushing their way into Wombat territory. At least about 10 meters after every touch that the Wombats cannot bring the Eau Claire Orcs down.
Going back to that turtle ball.
Yep, absolutely. Yep, just turtle balls like 1 meter at a time. Go about 5 times. If you look here to the right, there's a little bit of that disconnect there. They have about 4-on-2 here on this right side. A little bit of that mismatch that the Wombats need to spread to get over, because at any time they can bring their scrummy and kick it out. But we have a penalty on Eau Claire Orcs.
For, I
couldn't get the signal, but I believe it not releasing. I would assume. I would assume not releasing. You have to let go of the ball once you get tackled. So he probably just held onto the ball to try not to let the Wombats take it, but you get rid of it anyway by committing that penalty.
Juju Hall kicking it into touch back to their 24-meter line.
Yep. So very, very lucky phase there for the Wombats to get out of their 5-meter territory there for the Eau Claire Orcs. The Eau Claire Orcs were knocking on the door, but the Wombats were able to take advantage of some of those mistakes that the Eau Claire Orcs are making, and were able to get it out of their territory. So now it's line out for the Wombats. And about the 45, or about the 40, what is that, about the 22 meter line there.
Just about.
Just about the 22 for the Wombats in their territory. So the Wombats are going to try to get it out of their territory. They're going to try to get to their forward pack here, get a crash ball to give it to their fly half. But the Eau Claire Orcs steal it off the line out.
The Orcs looking to capitalize on this offensive position in their opponent's 22.
Wombats are doing a great job of coming up together, but they just cannot get low to get those tackles down. Those are 3 guys that just touched him, and they could not get him down, and now the play's still going on for the Eau Claire Orcs.
Off DeAndre Moore into touch.
So it'll be Eau Claire Orcs line out within their about 10-meter mark. So this is very crucial for the Orcs to capitalize off this. But the Wombats need to play smart and be able to spread to kind of cut off any danger approaching on that far side. So you can see there's only one Wombats way out there. That if they can get it out quick enough, the Eau Claire Orcs can take advantage of it. So the Wombats need to spread.
A lot of gaps before the team is set.
But the Wombats steal the line out. Cooper Isaacson with a good run up the middle.
Getting held up.
But his knee is down.
Yes, sir.
Taken down to the ground. Juju receives it, dumps it off to Cheeto. Cheeto goes on a nice little run. Juke side to side. Pushes him off. But we have a penalty on the Eau Claire Orcs for going high. So it'll be a tap and go to Wombats. And Juju's getting some nice space. He cuts that gap. He finds it on the edge, but he has help there to Dominic. And Dominic will score there right in the middle and place it down for a try for the Wombats. What'd you see there? How'd they score so easily?
Oh, I was about to sneeze.
Oh, no, but they Wombats just took advantage of the Eau Claire Orcs kind of committing that penalty, and Juju found that gap off that tap and go and just took off with it. And then he had the support, which allowed him to get that one extra pass to Dominic for that try. So very good effort by the Wombats, and that kick is up and good. So that's another 2 points for the Wombats. 24-5, Wombats, Eau Claire Orcs.
I'll let you know. I'll let you know. Hey, Joseph's asking if you can come up here. Dylan's about to be up.
I'm already uneasy up here.
The Eau Claire Orcs on kickoff towards the Wombats.
Yeah, Dylan's coming back today.
He's eating right there. My girlfriend's on me too. I don't know where she's at.
So you have a kickoff to the Wombats there. Nice little ruck play. A Cook with a nice little run to kind of create space for the backs there. But the Orcs counter-rucked very well, but they couldn't be successful in trying to get the ball back.
Pass from Cross to Moore, leading to Urema. Back to Cheeto. Hard run.
Oh, beautiful counter-ruck by the Eau Claire Orcs there, keeping that ball free.
Ball is, I think, in
But
play.
a good also attempt from Victor Wong to re-counter-ruck that, giving the ball back to the Wombats.
This looks like what we were talking about earlier. All those people getting sucked into the ruck,
Yep.
leading to gaps in the defense. It doesn't look like that right now, but
Oh, 100%.
things can change
100%.
with a messy ruck like that.
Oh, good pass from Marcus Cross to Lucas Powley there. But Eau Claire Orcs take Joey Pychek about 5 meters backwards. But the Eau Claire Orcs take it, a loose ball, and they're running back to their own try zone, and he dots it down. Try is good for the Eau Claire Orcs. So that was just crucial mistakes by the Wombats there for just kind of not being fully controlled with the ball, just making kind of unnecessary pop passes there while trying to get down, which allowed them to lose the ball, and Eau Claire Orc took advantage of it and took off there on that blind side with no help. But nothing that the Wombats can't recover from. But we are almost about 5 minutes to halftime here, but again, we go off of ref's time, not this time. So whatever the ref fully has will be the actual time of the match. And the kick is up.
And not good. Yeah, we are at 34-50, and everything is a rough estimate. Obviously, there's dead balls where the sir has to stop time. Okay.
Good job commentating.
Kicking deep to the Orcs. Playing that offload pop ball that we've been seeing all game.
Big run by their lock. Just kind of, or is it their 9? 4. So, yep, by their lock. Big run. Eau Claire Orcs kick it, but they're chasing really hard. Kai Johnson with the recovery, but he gets pushed out of bounds. Eau Claire Orcs line out.
Looking good, Justin.
So we have a line out to the Eau Claire Orcs there, as you can see, right about on midfield there, right about at the 50-meter mark, right in midfield. So good effort by the Eau Claire Orcs to get Kai out of bounds there after the kickoff. So this sets him up better position there. But right down the middle, right to Ryan Gray, gives it back to the Wombats. Nice ball play from the Wombats. DeAndre Moore
open.
finds that gap, offloads it to Cooper Isaacson. He goes down. Then you have Nate with a good crash ball there. Gives it to Tom Corbett.
A little shaky. Penalty is called against the Wombats for high tackling.
High tackling with the ball. Didn't see it from this angle, but it looks like Wombats had the ball, so don't know where that high tackle came from, but they must have got possession of the ball and re-tackled right away. So thank you.
Picked up by Dom.
Big kick by Lucas Powley to try to chase. But
And the sir is calling, blew his whistle and is calling a...
Looks like we'll have a scrum, indication of a scrum, but don't know.
The reasoning behind.
Yeah, we don't know yet. Maybe a forward pass.
It might have been...
He hasn't put his hand up to signal who's receiving this scrum here.
I think it's gone Wombats. Or penalty Wombats.
It might be penalty, but I guess it's a tap. Oh, looks like we have time off to speak with the captain. Looks like there might have been a penalty on the Eau Claire Orcs. Wasn't indicated, wasn't signaled, but that's all right. We go with the flow here. We learn on the fly with what's happening. So. Looks like Julian Hall is on the sideline right now, just taking a quick breather. So you'll have your B-side boy, Philly V, as captain right now, as assistant captain. So it looks like the ref just doesn't like too much of the banter going towards him, so he just wants to give a warning to teams. So we have a tap and go to DeAndre Moore. Yep, and he sheds a few tacklers, dives right through that gap, and he places it down for a try for your West Des Moines Wombats.
A lot of fun commentary towards DeAndre on the sideline.
A lot of colorful commentary from the fans here. Fun, friendly commentary to your friendly Wombats here.
Let's go on there.
Looks like Lucas Palley's kicking. The kick is up and it's good. And it's good there. With Julian on the sideline taking a quick breather, we have Lucas kicking. And that is the end of half. So we have your West Des Moines Wombats 31 to Eau Claire Orcs 10. And that is halftime. So we'll take a quick break. Halftime is sponsored here. We'll take a quick break for halftime, about 10 to 15 minute break time for halftime. We'll just go to our sponsors here real quick and give a break for these boys that are playing hard. So we want to thank all of our sponsors here for the Wombats. We have Convergence Acquisitions. Scan that QR code to learn more about Conversions. But we also want to thank all of our other sponsors, Pally's Bar and Grill, our official bar for the West Des Moines Wombats. Also with Single Speed, with the official beer of the Wombats as well, Single Speed Brewing. You can find them in Des Moines. We want to thank BBP, CrossFit, 8035, Extreme Tree, and all of our other amazing sponsors that keep this program growing and keeps the game of rugby growing. So we want to take a quick break here. While we're here at break, we will quickly shout out the Wombats Academy here. In about July time, you see there, July 21st to the 25th, we'll have a youth rugby camp hosted by the Wombats Academy, West Des Moines Wombats Academy at Weeks Middle School here in Des Moines. You don't need to be a part of the Des Moines Public Schools to be able to be involved. You can be anybody from the Metro, but Des Moines Public Schools is just hosting it as it's in Weeks Middle School. But obviously, no experience is required. We want the game of rugby to grow, so I believe it's from first all the way to 8th grade. So it is touch rugby, so if you want to learn the game, want to grow the game, want to learn young, I highly encourage everybody to go. It's from about 8:30 to 10:30 every day from the July 21st to July 25th. So great program for the kids to learn and grow rugby. So I hope to see everybody there, as long with also the Wombats Academy High School over the summertime for summer sevens. So looks like we are going to get back to the game here. So it looks like they're kind of getting back in order here, but we cannot go without our fearless leader at referee here, Debo, doing a great job at center reffing. So it looks like we're gonna go back to period 2 there. Yep. So we are on your way for the second half of the Wombats, or the Eau Claire Orcs, and your West Des Moines Wombats game here. So very action-packed game. Wombats have a lot on the roster there, so they have enough to just kind of have rotating subs to just kind of get a lot of guys some minutes there. So we are underway in the second half. Wombats receive in the second half there. Urema gets a nice ball to him. Marcus Cross received that kick, gave it to Urema. Urema, nice little 40-meter run, but it is a penalty on the Wombats for the Eau Claire Orcs, so they will tap and go. So nice little ruck there for the Eau Claire Orcs. Big crash ball by their big forward for Eau Claire. A little bit high for your B-side boy, Ryan Gray there, but they're able to hold him up, but he is now down. They have to release. Looks like there's a little chip and chase here, but Victor Wong receives the kick, and he does not want to go down. He refuses to go down. Gets the ball back into the Wombats' hands there. Marcus Cross receives it, gives it to Lucas Powley. Powley to Dominic Artwine. Nice little ruck there to get it out. Good crash ball by Ryan Gray. Ref doesn't like what he sees here, so he blows up the play. Looks like we have a knock on from the Wombats. It'll be Eau Claire Orcs scrum about on the 35-meter mark there. Seen a little bit different pace of the Eau Claire Orcs. That's what I'm seeing. Kind of a little bit, they're coming out a little bit more fire this half. They're kind of challenging the Wombats, kind of making them work for it instead of giving up some free spots there. But
big scrum by the Wombats.
Good contest for the Eau Claire Orcs. He was not wrapped and taken down. That's why he was able to get back up, and he gets it to the edge. The winger with the tackle, but Wombats are able to successfully poach it and get it, but the ref calls a penalty on the Wombats for high tackle there. So it's an Eau Claire Orcs penalty. Gives them the option to tap and go, and they're just going to do a quick crash ball to their big flanker. Another big crash ball to, I would assume, their prop or their lock, a very big boy for the Eau Claire Orcs. Nice little dish to their prop there, taking him down. But looks like we have hands in the ruck for the Wombats, so it'll be a back 10. It'll be an Eau Claire Orc penalty. Looks like there's a little bit of a mismatch here on this left side for the Wombats. Looks like you have about 5-on-2 here, but they're going to go back to the right side, strong side there, give a crash ball to their tight head prop. But we have another penalty, hands in the ruck on Victor Wong, not getting out. Good tackle from Alex Schmitz there, but he was able to offload it, allow the Orcs to keep it. Another penalty on the Wombats. Stops him there, right on the 1 meter line. Playing turtle ball. And it is placed in the try zone. That is a try for the Eau Claire Orcs.
Let's go, Orcs!
So before this conversion kick is attempted, we have Wombats 31, Eau Claire Orcs 15. That was a major try for the Eau Claire Orcs. Kick is up, and it is good for the Eau Claire Orcs. What'd you see there? Did you what would you say how the Eau Claire Orcs scored so easy?
Just a lot of back-to-back penalties.
Yeah, 100%.
Like after a couple penalties, a team can just get down. You know what I mean? It's not like they're giving up or anything, but it's kind of frustrating.
Yeah.
To have so many three back-to-back penalties, especially in 15s, it's huge. Because they, like you said, they were on that 1 meter line. They're just turtle balling until they eventually get the try.
Their turtle balling is pretty good. Like, they have some good turtle balls. They're able to just get those boys down. But Miro gets in with a big hit. Philly V shoots up nicely to get that tackle, but he's contesting him, holding him up here. They can hold him up long enough. It could be Wombats' ball, but they did get him down. They have to release. It is Eau Claire Orcs' ball. Gets it out to their forward pack. Little crash ball here. Gets it out to their center. He just goes down into the tackle there. Little box kick from their scrummy. Lucas Pally receives. But Lucas is juking and dodging all of these players, but delivers a good pass that just wasn't there to anybody. But it is Wombats' ball.
Time off?
Actually, I don't know what's... Yep, look.
Scrum to Eau Claire.
Yep, looks like we have a scrum for Eau Claire. Don't know what the exact call was. I don't know if there was a forward pass or what, but there is a scrum indicated. So that means we scrum on. Good big push by the Wombats there, pushing them back, but they did dive down a little bit, kind of wheeling it, making Eau Claire Orcs penalty. And the Eau Claire Orcs are going fast, so tap and go. But there's nobody on the edge to receive, so it is called back to a knock on or a penalty. Or knock on. Yep, knock on for the Eau Claire Orcs, so it'll be a scrum to the Wombats. Eau Claire Orcs had the advantage there. They had the guys, but they just couldn't capitalize. They tried to do like a skip to two guys, and nobody was ready for it. And
their guy was about 10 meters back.
Yeah.
From the pass.
Yeah, I don't think he was ready for it either, and he eventually knocked it, trying to attempt to catch it when nobody was there. So if they would have capitalized that, they definitely would have done some damage there. But that's not how it goes, and it is Wombats ball here, so let's see if they can capitalize on the scrum and space out. You see how well the Wombats are spread out here on offense, so they're going to try everything they can to get the ball back. But Urema does an 8-man pick, gets it to Kai. And I believe that's Victor Wong with a good crash ball there. Kai pulls it, runs with no help, gets taken down pretty high. Looks like we have time off. Looks like we have time off here. I will pause it as well. Looks like we have some the ref discussing with the Eau Claire Orcs, kind of on some issues here, but we do have a yellow card for the Eau Claire Orcs.
Did you see for what?
I believe it was a high tackle, but time is back on. I believe it was just a dangerous high tackle there, kind of awarding a yellow card to Eau Claire. So now it is 14-on-15. Wombats have the advantage. They are in Eau Claire Orcs territory.
Playing their turtle ball game.
Yep. They are just going to be dominant here. That the Wombat forward pack is known to be dominant. But Juju loses it in his hands out of a bad pass from out of the ruck there.
That is
Number 3.
time off. Time off.
Wonder what's being called here. Looks like we might have a scrum indicated to Eau Claire. Looks like we have an injured Wombat, unfortunately. It looks like Urema Robinson is being helped carried off to the field. That is a huge loss for the Wombats. He's been very, very versatile, very, very aggressive here for the play. So hopefully he's okay, doing well. We want to make sure he's okay, being 10-2 on the sideline. Yep, we have a trainer here.
And
No, time's not on yet.
yeah, I'm waiting for him to look at his watch.
Yep.
Now?
We have a scrum on the 5-meter line for the Eau Claire Orcs, so it's very crucial for the Wombats to try to bully their way through the scrum here to try to push it back into their try zone. Time on.
Time on.
Get it to their center, but they kick it back towards their territory out of bounds.
Into touch.
So it will be Wombats line out there, about the 45-meter line. Or 40, whatever that is. Wherever those dots are, somewhere over there. 40, 45.
Somewhere over yonder.
Yep. So it's very back and forth here. It looks like Eau Claire Orcs want to recapitalize off versus what they did on that first half. They're playing a lot more aggressive. They're challenging the Wombats a lot more than what they did that first half. So the Wombats do not know how to respond to it, but they're still keeping pace and doing a good job. Pass gets out to Juju Hall. He gives it to DeAndre to Cheeto. Cheeto does his thing, juking and diving everybody, and he's off to the races. Cheeto with the try, dives into the try zone. That is 5 points for the Wombats there. That was a beautiful, beautiful just ball movement from the Wombats. Is there anything you guys have for that play, how they scored so effectively?
It was just catch pass. It was just
First
I don't know,
receivers
rugby.
pass.
Yeah.
Leave the work to the centers and the wings.
Yeah, 100%. I like to say it a lot. Forwards win games, back decide by how much. And right now, backs are deciding by how much. Those forwards are doing a great job doing the grunt work, getting those rucks, bringing in the other forwards,
And the kick
then
is good.
Juju gets it out to the back line to let them score and to dictate what that score is like. So beautiful, beautiful phases by the Wombats there.
And the kick is good.
Frisbee, watch out. So kick is good. So we have Wombats 38, Eau Claire Orcs 17.
You can put all your heavy stuff in here, like your phones and stuff. And Eau Claire is set to kick.
Kick is high and it's up. Looks like Juju is going to receive that kickoff, but he kicks it back to Eau Claire, get it out of their territory. They want to
Fullback kicks it back.
another kick back to Eau Claire. Lucas reads that perfectly, jukes out the first defender and rushes, gets it out to Ryan Gray to the edge. Ryan Gray with a nice run back to Lucas Powley. Lucas Powley with a nice run, outruns his defender and dives in for the try. That's another 5 points for the West Des Moines Wombats there. Starting to dictate the pace of play there. So before this kick, it is Wombats 43, Eau Claire Orcs 17. Again, just a very good job about getting that ball movement. See what happens when that ball gets moved around. You know, we don't do hero ball. Just get that ball to the right guy and let him score. So brilliant IQ there by Lucas, reading that defender, juking him, and creating that play and finishing it. So
Amazing support lines from all the West Des Moines Wombats today.
100%.
Forwards and backs. They're really in tune.
Kick is up for Juju. And
the kick is good.
Good. That's a 2-point conversion try for Julian Hall there.
Leading the Wombats to 45 and the Eau Claire Orcs to 17.
What's that? Oh, yeah, my nieces, yeah.
Go Demon. Eau Claire set to kick.
Looks like kick is up to Kai Johnson and gets it back to Juju. Juju's going to kick it deep into their territory here. Over their winger. Nice little bounce. You have Hunter Bagby on the chase there, tracking him down. Julian with a nice little wrap, but gets the ball out though. Eau Claire Orcs gets it to their center. Center's pretty quick there. He's good with his feet, but gets taken down by Marcus Cross. He gets pulled. Nice little forward push there. But a high tackle there on the Wombats. So it would be Eau Claire Orcs penalty. Oh, fakes a kick. Bullies his way through. Nice tackle by Cheeto there. Way to get low. Gets it out to their center. But he slips through a tackle. Marcus Cross takes him down. Good counter by Marcus Cross there. But ref doesn't like it. It is coming in from the side of the ruck. Good penalty. Good call there. It is Eau Claire Orcs penalty. A quick tap and go. Gets through the line. But Hunter Bagby is there to take him down. Very, very unaware.
Wombats getting caught on their back foot off that penalty.
100%.
Walking back without looking.
What was the call?
Looks like it's just a quick penalty to the Eau Claire Orcs, but you have to turn and face. Once you hear that whistle blow, you have to turn and face. There's a lot of looking around. The Eau Claire Orcs took that to their advantage and cut through that gap. And now they're within their 5-meter mark. But good defense there by the Wombats, holding him up, contesting him, not letting him come down. They could just keep him up there for a few more seconds. It could be a free kick to the Wombats, and it is rewarded to the Wombats. Very, very, very solid defense by the Wombats.
Who initiated that tackle?
I couldn't see it from here, but it may have been, I don't know, I can't see it from here. May have been Marcus Cross. I don't know if he's in over there, but somebody with a scrum cap, maybe Hunter Bagby over there. I think somebody with a scrum cap came out of that. So, but other than that, but there's probably 3 Wombats on it. So, very good defense there from the Wombats. And now it is scrum to the West Des Moines Wombats within their 5-meter mark there. They're going to try to get this out to then have Juju kick it into the Eau Claire Orcs territory. And there's the kick. Little chip and chase.
Landing on their 22.
Good defense. Way to square up by Julian Hall there. Very good. Had no room to work with. Looks like Evan Sunday's in the game there. Andrew Allen just misses a little bit of that tackle there. But Kai brings him down by the ankle there. Yep, high tackle there. Not getting back. It is a penalty on the Wombats. It'll be Eau Claire Orcs tap and go here. Again, it really just seems that the Eau Claire Orcs are taking advantage of the Wombats' mistakes here. If the Wombats just played clean, then there wouldn't be much the Orcs can do. Good pass out of the ruck there for the Orcs.
And on the right, you can see that the defense is having some gaps.
100%. That far right side there, there's a big mismatch. There's a far winger there that's not being guarded up on. A big rubber. Ethan Sharp is going to place that down. That was very intense. That could have been very bad. So good thing Ethan was there to place that down.
Yes, sir. That ball placement should lead to a 5-meter scrum for the Wombats.
Coach, can you throw me that sweater if possible? Thank you.
We have a 5-meter drop out of their try zone, and it goes to the Eau Claire Orcs 50-meter line. And Orcs are trying to do something with it, rushing at them. A little bit aggressive of a stiff arm there, pushing Noah Quinn off that tackle. Jacob Sunday with the attempt tackle there, but gets pushed off by the ruck.
Big tackle
Very
by
good
Hunter
tackle,
Bagby.
but Hunter Bagby, absolutely.
The defense, or the offense from Eau
Big
Claire
tackle by a
Orcs,
cock.
leading to a lot of bunching in the rucks.
A lot of fast ball play.
Yeah, they're getting the ball out quick, but the Wombats are very good to get up there. They come up together, they shoot up a little bit, causing mayhem for the Orcs' offense. They don't have anywhere to go. Wombats are up there really quick.
A lot of defensive Wombats caught looking at the ruck.
Yep, there's about 4 guys within that ruck right there for the Wombats. If they skip past, there's one more on the edge. He cuts through that gap. He is off to the races. But yeah, Marcus Cross tracking him down. He tackles him within his 7-meter.
It's looking like a pick and go.
He stiffs arm him. Eau Claire Orcs is knocking on the door, but they're place it down in the try zone for a try. That is 5 points for the Eau Claire Orcs there. Before the kick, it is 45-22.
Seems like there's an injury for the Eau Claire Orcs over on that right side.
Looks like we're just about halfway through the second half here, roughly about 21 minutes in. We play up to 40 minutes, so about halfway to go in the second half. So just a last strong push, 20-minute push here for both teams here to finish it out. But we'll wait to see the conversion of this kick here. Scrum half gets ready to kick. Kick is up, and it is good. 2 points for Eau Claire Orcs.
You're gonna score to 45-24 Wombats.
With 20 minutes to go in the second half. Obviously, Wombats have a lead, but that doesn't mean it is over. Orcs are not giving up. They are knocking on that door. They are taking advantage of the Wombats' mistakes. Wombats really need to kind of limit those mistakes. But like I said before, Eau Claire, if Wombats played a perfect game, which is no team ever does, then Eau Claire Orcs wouldn't be doing much. But they're scoring off of Wombats' mistakes, so it's just playing a clean much. But we know that it's hard to play a perfect game, in rugby. There's always going to be mistakes, but that's okay. You have to learn from those and get better.
Those mistakes build teammates.
Oh, 100%.
Wombats set to kick,
Juju Hall setting up
and
for a
it is
restart.
high.
It's a high kick. Their scrum half catches it, gets a few meters on the run, offloads it, instantly goes down.
They just
Picks it up, but takes a few steps, gets it out to their open side flanker. A little bit of a high from Noah Quinn, but it wasn't called. The defensive line is not fully set up for the Wombats, kind of leaving some open gaps there. But the Eau Claire Orcs just take a crash ball.
Is that time off?
No. So we just have a whistle called here, ref.
It
Looks
is
like-
scrum Eau Claire.
Yep, looks like, we have a scrum awarded to Eau Claire Orcs. Don't know what was fully called there. I think the ref's just trying to slow down play. It looks like there might have been kind of some aggression there. The ref's just trying to slow it down, give the scrum to Eau Claire. Ref doesn't like what he sees in the scrums there. He's blowing it up, kind of redirecting them. A little bit of an early push, but yep, early push is called.
Was it for or against?
I think both teams are kind of pushing. Eau Claire Orc pushed a little bit, and then Wombats pushed back. So just early pushing in the scrum there. You have to wait till the ball is in the scrum in order to kind of push and drive. You can't have an early push, or that's going to cause some injuries there. But we're going to redo it here. And no matter what level you're at, you could be international, you could be men's club, you could be high school. We want to make sure safety is important. We want to make sure no one's crushing their necks here on those scrums. Way too early of a push there, but it's not being called. But the ball's fed in, so we play on.
Good contest by the
Good,
Wombats.
yeah, very, very good contest by the Wombats at scrum. Gets it out, though. But they get it to their wing, though. A little bit of a sketchy pass, but play on. Good crash ball by Eau Claire there. Kind of setting up their forward pod.
One of their forwards also appearing out of the rock with the ball.
Taking a little bit. It's taking multiple Wombats to bring down one Eau Claire guy, so they got to get just a little bit lower to take some of these guys down there. They're getting a lot of extra yards after contact, so good defense there. Shooting up, had nowhere to go. But ball's out. Ball is free. Jacob Sunday to Juju Hall. Juju jukes, dives some of these tackles. He scrambles, slips through.
Finally gets taken down.
Finally gets taken down there. Cook gets it, gives it to Truck Win, to Ethan Sharp. Ethan not going down, but ball is out. Knock on is called. Oh, Vantage is on. Ball is not dead. Vantage is on. The game's still going on here. Wombats taking advantage of it. Cooper Isaacson through the gap. He is going all the way for a try for the West Des Moines Wombats. Places it down there right to the right of the poles. That is 5 for West Des Moines Wombats.
At the 27-minute mark. Well, our 27-minute mark. Huh?
That was a very good attempt. Obviously, the whistle wasn't blown, so the play was still moving. I think a lot of boys, both sides, were kind of thought the ref called the play. Play wasn't called, so play on.
It was
Chaotic rugby.
Yeah. Good wing-to-wing play going from sideline where Sunday receives the ball all the way to Cooper Isaacson, going to the next sideline.
But then also, it was good for a Cook to get back to kick is no good. It is a miss from Juju there, but it is still the lead for the Wombats. We are West Des Moines Wombats 50 to your Eau Claire Orcs 34 or 24. So 50 to 24 for your Wombats.
She's falling down.
Hey, Wombats winning, Vic.
$24.
24. 50-24.
Hop in, Justin. That's Judah.
Dang, that sun is out and it is cooking now. So we are beautiful weather here for the rugby game.
Nice
Good
catch by Sunday.
Yeah, absolutely. But he kicks it out there to just try to get the.
We have touch right on the 38-ish, 38 mark.
Eau Claire Orcs pressuring Jacob Sunday very, very hard to make him just get it out of his hands, get it out of bounds, reset play, slow down play. But it will be Orcs' line out there about on the 40-meter line.
Do we know why he kicked it out?
I think he was just getting slow it down. I think he was just trying to get the ball out of his hands. He's being pressured, so I don't think he wanted to really have to get tackled in his own territory. So might as well just kick it out, slow down play. Good shoot up by Ryan Gray, kind of creating pressure there. Eau Claire
Nice
Orcs
skip.
Backline is
really getting it to the edge, but he slips through the line. He's one-on-one with Hunter Bagby. Takes it down and places it in the try zone for a try for the Eau Claire Orcs. That is 5 for Eau Claire.
Is that Marcus playing for the Orcs? No. With the scrum cap. Where? Marcus Cross playing for the Orcs now. Former Wombat.
Mid-game.
For mid-game transition, portal was open mid-game, so he decided to transfer to the Eau Claire Orcs mid-game. But that's the beauty of rugby. You can just kind of play with everybody's welcoming. If you need bodies, anybody would play and want to play for you. So it's the beauty of the sport and why the sport keeps growing. So we'll have a very, very deep kick right on the edge here for the Eau Claire Orcs. Very tough kick. And it is up. But it is no good. Falls a little short there, so conversion kick is no good, so it'll still be Wombats 50, Eau Claire Orcs 29.
This is a fun game.
Yeah, very back and forth game, very physical.
Very
Eau Claire
entertaining.
Orcs not giving up. There's 10 minutes left. About 9 minutes left of the game. Eau Claire Orcs are still fighting. They're still knocking on the door, still capitalizing on some of the Wombats' mistakes. He easily got through that defensive line. There was very little attempt to try to tackle him on that attempt there. So,
again, like these teams playing against each other, the first half is very erratic since they haven't played against each other before. But once that second half hits, their coach gives them those
Nice
pep
high
talks.
10 kick.
What's going good?
Big
what's going
bounce.
wrong. They're really starting to capitalize on their movement.
100%.
Very successful half for the Orcs.
Good counter ruck
Counter
attempt.
ruck for the Wombats.
Ball's out. Given to the first pod.
Good tackle by Jacob Sunday. Ball couldn't get to Marcus Cross for the Eau Claire Orcs, but he jukes a few Wombats. Eventually driving his feet. Eventually knee is on the ground, so he is down. Wombats have to roll away. Ruck is set. Ball is out. Little forward crash there for the Eau Claire Orcs. Setting up that forward pack there. Getting out. Wombats are doing a great job of getting up, but misses a few tackles there. But there's an offsides on Wombats there. Yep. Eau Claire Orcs penalty. It's a tap and go for the Orcs. Dishes it to one of their prop there, but throws it forward. Victor Wong steals it, and he is off to the races. Victor Wong gets taken down at the 5-meter mark, but dishes it. Nice little pop play.
Yeah, Noah Quinn on the pop.
Looks like there's a big attempt, but it is still going. Play on. It is down, and it is a try for the West Des Moines Wombats.
From Joey.
Beautiful steal. Way to recognize that pass from Victor Wong there. Taking it all the way down to about the 5-meter mark, gets taken down and creates a play for that try.
West Des Moines Wombats lead the score 55-29 before the kick.
So very good effort last there to get the Wombats on the board again, to kind of start taking away this lead a little bit. But again, the Eau Claire Orcs are not giving up. They are still within it there. They will not give up. They are still knocking on the door. They're very tough players, very physical players. You got to give them respect. Driving 7 hours this morning, in a car, 7 hours, they're still playing physical. So got to give respect to the Orcs.
Competing.
Yeah, absolutely. Kick is up for Juju.
And the kick is no good.
Kick is a little bit left to there, but very close, but it is no good. So your score sits at 55 Wombats to 29 for the Orcs. Yep, about 5 minutes left in the half here. About 5 minutes left in the entire game. Just got to play strong. The heat is kind of cranking up there. The sun's cranking the heat up a little bit, so it's getting a little toasty out here. But the kick is up. That is 10. Vic grabs it, gives it. Hits the Iowa Central boy. No. AR halfway put it up, but he did not. So it is another try for the West Des Moines Wombats. Dominic dives in for a try right in the center there. Hold on, we'll put a pause there. We'll put a mid of a pause here. Center ref is talking to the AR.
It looked like on that sideline step, he put his toe on the left side of the inbounds line.
Yep.
And the sideline touch judge.
Yep. Looks like we
No
have
try.
no try called. He did step out there.
With his heel.
Yep, 100%. Just like you said, he did step out there mid-step. Half of his foot touched the line, but any part of you, if it's on the line, you take they took that back.
It's very hard being one of these judges.
Yeah. Sometimes the play is going very fast. It's hard to have your brain make that call. Because IAR sometimes, and there's times you mess up, and hey, that's okay. But hey, that's how we learn from it. But there's times I mess up too, and it's tough. It's a fast game.
Yeah, I've made a few missed calls, ARing in previous years.
Even center reffing, it's not an easy job. These guys are out here to get yelled at, so it's a hard job. So it's very, very thankful for our refs. But that is a That is a line out to Eau Claire Orcs, but Ryan Gray attempted to steal it.
And
It will be
knocks the ball on.
it'll be a knock on to Ryan Gray via scrum to Eau Claire.
Knocks the ball and then
This
misses the kick.
Tries to do a full Spartan kick at the ball there. Your B-side boy himself, Ryan Gray. Making a very, very aggressive play towards the ball, but we have a scrum to Eau Claire. Looks like a nice big scrum here. Got a big pack here. You have your not normal flanker, Joshua Detar, there on the blind side. Normally center. You have Noah Quinn at the 8-man.
Not fully setting.
Looks like you have Nate and your boy Ryan Gray at lock. Then we have your front row, Vic, Cooper Isaacson, and Philly V. So that is your pack right now going into this scrum with about 4 minutes left of the game. Give a last push effort from both teams. Ref does not like what he sees here with the scrum. He's going to blow it up, make sure everybody's safe, make sure everybody's spaced well so that there's no injuries going forward.
One last attempt for the scrum.
Because you guys are backline players, right? So do you guys scrum in sevens then? Have you
Yep.
guys been in scrums?
I have.
As of right now, I am a current prop and hooker.
Prop, yeah, okay. So you know how scrums can be pretty dangerous.
Yeah. As long as you get that good bind,
yeah,
then it should be safe.
100%.
But as growing high school players, not a lot of people will know
Great.
the full rules of the
Great
scrum.
tackle by Jacob Sundin there, really to save that play. Get it out of the ruck. Eau Claire does.
Nice run by
Kind
the
of
inside center.
juking, diving some people here. Sheds a tackler, but gets brought down there at the 40. Gets kicked out to the edge. Their prop won't go down. Still pushing his feet there right on the 50-meter mark.
Eau Claire with that had an overload on that right side, unfortunately taken by the forward, which could have been advantageous.
Is that a buzzword?
Looks like a good solid tackle there
A lot of
from
forward
Tristan, I
runs.
believe, is who tackled. A little chip and chase for Eau Claire.
From the inside
He
center.
catches it. He gets his chip there. Offloads it to their scrummy.
Tackled by Ryan Gray, who just won't give up. 2 tackles in a row.
That's why you got to give credit to Eau Claire. They are driving their feet. They're not giving up.
Ryan Gray on the next tackle again. Lost
With
forward.
Joshua Detar.
Oh,
Penalty to Eau Claire.
for
What was the call?
I think offside.
Might have been offsides there. Looks like kind of that was the call.
The forward's
Big,
not giving up.
big push there from the prop, knocking Ryan Gray over. And a couple offloads puts Eau Claire right in their 5-meter mark.
Good
Two
tackle.
offloads leading them 10-15 meters.
Keeps driving their feet.
They were getting
Playing
that
turtle ball, running into the
Yep.
post there. Got to be careful. Those are PVC posts there. Those might go down pretty easily.
Let's get a closer
Looks
look.
like it's being held up. We're having some
Wombats.
turtle ball action for Eau Claire.
Wombats bunched up in the
And that's a
sideline.
try for the Eau Claire Orcs. That's 5. So before the kick, you have Wombats 55, Eau Claire 34. With about
5 minutes.
looks like about a minute left of the game. Should be the final kick, if not maybe one more phase here.
Maybe one more play.
I'm assuming they have enough time for kickoff.
Whatever the ref has here, but I don't know. I think that I saw the ref might have indicated that the game is over after this, but that doesn't mean it's official. So the kick is up, and it is good for the Eau Claire Orcs. We have, and that is game over. Your West Des Moines Wombats take the victory here in West Des Moines. 55-36 is the final score of the match. Very, very good match here between the two. Any final thoughts, boys?
The center judge was doing amazing today. A lot of good calls. It's very hard, like you said earlier, to be that center main judge. It could be a very tight perspective, and he was really good with focusing on communicating with the side judges.
And the captains.
100%. No, very good match both. We want to thank Eau Claire Orcs from traveling all this way. They played a very tough match. Very good boys. They played hard. They played tough. They didn't back down. They played towards the end. So we want to thank them for their travel. Hopefully they have a safe trip back if any of them are traveling tonight. Hopefully they drive safe, get home safe. But we want to just do a quick last shout out to our sponsors. We really appreciate going and sponsor. We want to thank all the sponsors here, especially Convergence Acquisition. Scan that QR code for more. Single Speed and Pally's Bar and Grill for our. We want to thank all the boys. Played a hard, tough match. We want to thank the fans as well for coming. Thank you guys on the stream for tuning in. We have a social at Pally's Bar and Grill in Clive, Iowa. If you are able to attend to that after post-match social. So we're going to finish this with a social and congratulate Eau Claire for traveling this way and giving a hard-fought battle. So we want to thank you guys, and we'll see you again in the fall when Wombats are taking again the field in the fall time for competitive league. So I want to thank you and have a good day. Cheers.